All right, my beautiful people, this is ERGJ back here with another episode of What is Truth. And today I thought I'd do something a little bit different because right now it's July 18th and we have we have the Republican National Committee going on. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll have the Democratic National Committee. And so some people are saying, they don't want to vote for Trump. And some people saying we don't want to vote for Hillary. So I figured I would present to you guys another option. So Donald Trump is the nominee for the Republican Party, and Hillary Clinton be the nominee for the Democratic Party. But what most people don't know is that we actually have another candidate from the Green Party or the Independent Party, and her name is Jill Stein. She is the replacement for Bernie Sanders. As you know, Bernie Sanders has pledged his allegiance to Hillary Clinton. And Jill Stein is the option, the other option. And is there read our open letter to keep the revolution going and sign on? So I wanted to go over just a few things about Jill Stein and what her campaign is about. I'm all about trying to educate people because most people just don't know. And so Jill 2016, just maybe it's another option for you to consider, think about as that write-in for the presidential candidate. One person that is behind her is Dr. Cornel West. They did something yesterday, live stream. I'm not quite sure what it is. I would probably look to listen to that after I get through with this meeting. They have a march on Monday, July 25th. March for Our Lives. I'm not sure. It's in Philadelphia. So here's their statement. Americans deserve real solutions for the economic, social, and environmental crisis we face. But the broken political system is only making things worse. It's time to build a people's movement to end unemployment and poverty, avert climate catastrophe, build a sustainable, just economy, and recognize the dignity and human rights of every person. The power to create this new world is not in our hopes. It's not in our dreams. It's in our hands. So what we're going to go over is, of course, you could always, volunteer, donate, get your email, just kind of follow what's going on. We're going to actually go over the plan because this is what's important. It's called the Power to the People plan. What is her plan, or what is the campaign's plan when she gets into office? And so her statement, her letter to us is that my Power to the People plan creates deep system change, moving from the greed and exploitation of corporate capitalism to a human-centered economy that puts people, planet, and peace over profit. It offers direct answers to the economic, social, and ecological crisis brought on by both corporate political parties, and it empowers the American people to fix our broken political system and make real the promise of democracy. This plan will end unemployment and poverty, avert climate catastrophe, build a sustainable, just economy, and recognize the dignity and human rights of everyone in our society and our world. The power to create this new world is not in our hopes, it's not in our dreams, it's in our hands. By Jill. So here's her plan. Key points to the Power of the People plan. The Power of the People plan starts one with the Green New Deal. She wants to create millions of jobs by transitioning to 100% clean, renewable energy by 2030 and investing in public transit, sustainable agriculture, and conservation. Plan number two, part two, the next part, jobs as a right. Create living wage jobs for every American who needs work, replacing unemployment offices with employment offices. Oh, I like that. Advance workers' rights to form unions, achieve workplace democracy, and keep a fair share of the wealth they create. We want to end poverty, guarantee economic human rights, including access to food, water, housing, and utilities, with effective anti-poverty programs to ensure every American a life of dignity. Healthcare as a right. Establish and improve Medicare for all, single-payer public health insurance program to provide everyone with quality healthcare at huge savings. Education as a right. Abolish student debt to free a generation of Americans from debt servitude. Guarantee tuition-free world-class public education from preschool through university. End high-stakes testing and public school privatization. Next, a just economy. Set a $15 an hour federal minimum wage, break up too big to fail banks, and democratize the Federal Reserve. Reject gentrification as a model of economic development. Support development of worker and community cooperatives and small businesses. Make Wall Street, big corporations, and the rich pay their fair share of taxes. Create democratically run public banks and utilities. Replace corporate trade agreements with fair trade agreements. Next, they want to protect Mother Earth. Lead on a global treaty to halt climate change. End destructive energy extraction, fracking, tar sands, offshore drilling, oil trans, mountaintop removal, and uranium mines. We want to protect our public lands, water supplies, biological diversity, parks, and pollinators. Label GMOs and put a moratorium on GMOs and pesticides until they are proven safe. We want to protect the rights of future generations. Next, you want racial justice now. You want to end police brutality and mass incarceration. Create a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to understand and eliminate the legacy of slavery that lives on as a pervasive racism in the economy, education, housing, and health. Ensure that communities control their police rather than police controlling our communities by establishing police review boards and full-time investigators to look into all cases of death in police custody. Demilitarize the police. Oh my goodness. Freedom and equality. We want to expand women's rights, protect LGBTQIA plus people from discrimination, defend indigenous rights and lands, and create a welcoming path to citizenship for immigrants. Protect the free internet, legalize marijuana and hemp, and treat substance abuse as a public health problem, not a criminal problem. Justice for all. We want to restore our constitutional rights, terminate unconstitutional surveillance and unwarranted spying, end persecution of government and media whistleblowers, close Guantanamo, abolish secret kill lists, and repeal indefinite detention without charge or trial. Peace and human rights. We want to establish a foreign policy based on diplomacy, international law, and human rights. End the wars and drone attacks, cut military spending by at least 50%, and close the 700 plus foreign military bases that are turning our republic into a bankrupt empire. Stop U.S. support and arms sales to human rights abusers. Lead on global nuclear disarmament. And then lastly, we want to empower the people. We want to abolish corporate personhood. Protect voters' rights by establishing a constitutional right to vote, enact electoral reforms that break the big money, stranglehold, and create truly representative democracy. Public campaign financing, ranked choice voting, proportional representation, and open debates. We can build a better future together. So this is Jill Stein's plan for 2016, the Power to the People plan. I'll leave the link. It's www.jill2016.com. Go in and read for yourself. It's important that we get to know these nominees so we can vote accordingly. So I'm just doing my part to educate the masses about the options. One of the options is probably not going to be talked about mainstream media as available to us as a presidential candidate. What is true? This is ERGJ. I was curious, and curious led me to go find something out, and I wanted to present it to my audience. Please like, share. If you like the video, share the video and let other people know about this channel. Let's go. Let's continue to move forward as we seek truth together.